Malta, a unique and amazingly beautiful destination. Part 1, Valletta area. Malta consists of 3 islands, the largest to the smallest, Malta, Gozo, Comino. Malta has a hot and sunny climate, so consider that when booking. Many might want to avoid high summer with its extreme temperatures and crowded streets. Valletta on Malta Island is the capital. Malta isn't a cheap destination, but several cheap carriers serve the island from Europe, Ryanair and Wizz, just to name a couple. The island has a long history, and part of that history, until the 60s, was British. Disused red British phone boxes can be seen all over, and English is widely spoken. It is now part of the EU, and its currency is the euro. It's also a popular destination for cruise ships. Their bulk shrinks Valletta's beautiful Grand Harbour and fills its streets with visitors. We also saw the arrival of the Italian guided missile destroyer Francesco Nimboli, perhaps for repairs. Valletta's beautiful Grand Harbour. Here we are in Valletta. This is the one part of the harbour. As you can see, it's kind of got a big cruise ship there. A bit of a If, like us, you arrived by plane, this is Malta's International Airport, code MLA. It was built at a former RAF base. To get to Valletta town, you have several options: your hotel's shuttle bus, a taxi or a bus. We were not carrying much luggage, so we chose the X4 bus, €2, which takes you straight there. The bus from the airport will drop you here, near the bus station and the old city. Valletta's bus station has a great location at the edge of the old city. From there are buses going all over the island. Also near the bus station and the old town, this impressive fountain. This is Valletta Old City. At the base you will see the bus station, at either side the ferry locations. Government ferries will take you many places at very low cost, even cheaper for seniors. The ferries are very frequent and cheap. Looking back at the ferry terminal on Valletta. The Slima ferry will take you across the harbour to Slima, a good location for shopping, rock beaches and many upmarket hotels. Manuel Island and Fort Tigny at Dragut Point. Slima's busy waterfront. From the ferry, if you walk up Tower Road, you will pass a range of modern fashion shops until you hit the waterfront. There you will find Malta's unusual rock beaches. This was a battery built by the British to defend Slima area. It is now repurposed as a restaurant and bar. Outside bar area. Inside bar area. The rock beaches continue. They must be awfully hot in the summer. The other ferry location is for fast ferries to Gozo Island and for the cross-harbour ferry, confusingly called Three Cities Ferry. There is only one stop. I recommend both of these. The Three Cities Ferry crosses the Grand Harbour, passes Fort Sant'Angelo, and enters the Vittoriosa Inlet. This video shows both sides of the harbour. The yacht-filled inlet and Fort St. Angelino. The inlet is surrounded by old and unique buildings. Malta Maritime Museum. Cugo Gran Messina, now a hotel. Artwork and looking towards St. Teresa's Church. Eye-catching street corner. Stairway to St. Teresa. From the end of the Vittoriosa Inlet. The view from the ferry stop towards the Grand Harbour. For those interested, gondolas can be hired near the Three Cities ferry wharf at Valletta. Valletta is built on a peninsula with a flat central ridge and slopes either side running down to the sea. This arrangement calls for a lot of stairs, so be prepared for exercise. Many have water views. Some of the stepped side streets feature cafes which can become very busy at night or meal times. They tend to be more affordable than the main street ones. By night, the side street cafes gleam. Valletta Gate, a bridge between the old and new towns. Valletta's central ridge features wider streets and prestige buildings. This is where you will find many of the more expensive restaurants and the modern commercial shops. Merchant Street is one of the best for restaurants and bars. The restaurants feature mainly Western and Asian food of all types. The top end of Republic Street, near the bombed-out Opera House, built 1866, destroyed 1942. The old Opera House, now an open-air theatre. The city entrance area at the top of Republic Street. The lights make it spectacular. The nation has a very religious past and many churches, 359 across this small country. Many are beautifully decorated. A church top saint. Many street corners are complete with life-sized saints. The churches are everywhere and typically fit in with the street line rather than standing alone. The churches are richly decorated and often feature artwork. Typically they are free entry, but there is a collection box. The streets and pavements are narrow. They are often blocked with parked cars, so walking can be tricky. The buildings often feature colourful bay windows. They love their bay windows. Traditional shops still exist. Traditional bakery with amazing pies. The Knights of St. John were once located in Jerusalem, then Rhodes. However, they were forced to leave both. They arrived in Malta in 1530. They were determined to remain here and set about fortifying the island. Their works have stood the test of time, and even though they were expelled in 1798 by the French, their structures remain. Later the British added more. The Knights were great builders of churches. They protected the people of Malta from pirate attacks. Formidable defensive sea walls surround much of Valletta, the massive walls of Fort St. Elmo. Completed in 1614, the Knights of St. John paid for this 28-kilometre aqueduct to supply water to Valletta. It remained in use for 300 years. Victoria Gate was built in 1885 to control access to Valletta from the Grand Harbour. It replaces a smaller gate built in 1569. Malta was known for its role in World War II. It was a critical British base which suffered numerous attacks by the Axis forces. The island and its people were uniquely awarded the George Cross. This is a memorial to those terrible times. The Siege Bell Memorial, built in 1992, supports a large bell. Sadly, it is already showing signs of deterioration. This park relates to the people who lost their lives. This plaque on the former government building commemorates the medal. Located near the War Memorial, the arches of the Lower Baraka Garden, monument to Alexander Ball, who helped to free the island from French occupation. Lower Baraka Gardens, a rare piece of green. Upper Baraka Gardens in the bus station area. Arches, Upper Baraka Gardens. Within the arches, Upper Baraka Gardens. The Grand Harbour from the arches. The streets of Valletta are a snapper's dream. Beautiful architecture can be seen everywhere. The Palace of the Knights of St. John's Grand Master and former Malta Parliament. St. John's Cathedral with multiple clocks. Auberg de Castile. Art space in a 16th century fort. The Valletta seafront looking from the Malta experience. The old area near the Victoria Gate. Near the harbour and the Three Cities ferry terminal. Old houses almost at harbour level on Quarry Wharf. The entrance to the Upper Baraka Gardens and the Malta Stock Exchange. Colourful waterside houses. Historic stonework near Victoria Gate. Looking across the harbour to the Explorer Science Centre and the Planetarium. The main guard building, once the Grand Master's garrison building. Tigney Point from St. Elmo's Place. Looking up at the Grand Harbour. Malta's cruise port from the bus station area. These images come from an October 2023 holiday in Malta. Please forgive my dodgy pronunciations of local place names. I hope somebody finds this interesting. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Without a few likes, it will remain invisible to other viewers. I have a large collection of similar style videos from a wide range of destinations throughout the world. Bob Jackson and my fellow traveller Lilia.